Hey, family and friends, listen, I got a question for you. Let's get into this. When are we as a people going to wake up and stop taking spiritual abuse from those that are in supposedly authority in religious settings? When are we going to stop taking mental, verbal, and emotional abuse? If you haven't watched the video that's floating around social media since yesterday, it's this pastor that in the midst of singing and worshiping, he stops this lady who is hollering or is praising and uh, going through spiritually, maybe getting her breakthrough. Some people say she's distracting, she's a distracting spirit, or this and that and the third. But who are you to judge someone's praise or their worship to God, to their God? We're not supposed to be sitting in judgment. And if she was such a distraction, all they had to do was politely take her out into a multi-purpose room. And the praying women or men could help pray with her and, continue in another setting. But to stop and embarrass a fellow worship participant? Come on. When are we going to stop taking this from these people that are abusing their positions of power? This is someone who's on your ministry team, sings in your choir, apparently, or praise team. And you say, hush, silence in the name of Jesus, and then continue to go back and sing and say you only want his voice to be heard, Jesus' voice, God's voice. But then you go back to singing. So whose voice are we really hearing? I think we need to stand up and open our eyes to see what's really going on in these spaces and really take a look, because personally, let me stop you. Some of y'all would say, well, in the old school church or in back in the day, they would. Let me tell you. Just because they did it back in the day don't mean we need to repeat that and keep doing it today. Because a lot of things we were taught, a lot of things that was done back in the day wasn't accurate. It wasn't right. So just because they did it don't mean we need to do it. Okay? So I want to encourage us to wake up, to open our eyes to see what's really going on. Because personally speaking, that would have been my last Sunday. That would have been my last Sunday. Because as a leader myself, having pastored and shepherded and led people for years, I do not believe in being a bully. I do not believe in taking your spiritual position and authority to manipulate and control people. I do not believe that the creator of the universe or God puts us in a position to belittle people, embarrass people, make people feel less than. And so I think we need to really take a look at things when these things happen. And let me tell you, for those that are maybe watching or ran across this video, that are preachers, that are pastors, that are leaders upcoming, or even the old guard of leaders, what people took back in the day, they're not taking today. So you may want to keep up with these antics, but let me tell you, things have changed. And we need to get with the program. We need to realize that some of the things we are doing are damaging people. And we are held accountable for that. And so, and who's supposed to hold the leaders accountable? The people. People say, oh, God is the judge. God, honey, the people. You choose a leader, and the people are supposed to hold them accountable. And all these people say, well, this is their church and they can do it. No, every church have to have a board of directors. Every church have to have their self structured in a certain way in the USA. And so they're held accountable to the people. So we have to learn these things and stand up for ourselves. And I just wish that we would wake up and stop taking these types of abuse. And when we stand up and stop taking this type of abuse, these so-called leaders will begin to wake up and realize that I need to change. And there are things that I need to do to make these spiritual spaces more conducive for healing, more conducive for spiritual growth. And that, my friend, has been our Let's Talk About It for today. This has been your host, Chief Apostle Veronica Israel. I love each and every one of you. Share your thoughts about this video in the comments. Until the next video, peace be with you. Mwah.